Welcome back here with us on Times Now. We have some breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. And viewers, what we have learned is that a Pak spy racket has been busted in India. What we are getting to know is that an IAF official, in fact, has been arrested for espionage. It was a honey trap by ISI Operatives. OTP was shared with Pakistani handlers, and top police sources have told Times Now that there was suspicious activity that was going on. Suspicious funding trail has been detected as well. Some anonymous channels are under the scanner, and there is also a suspicion that perhaps lottery apps were being used for making the payments. This is the big story that we are getting at this point in time. Priyank Tripathi is going to be joining us in just a bit to get you more details on what exactly has happened. Investigators, in fact, found suspicious funding pattern in the bank account showing multiple layers of transactions. Money was allegedly transferred after each piece of information was being shared. We'll also be getting you inputs on what kind of information has already been shared, with Pakistan. This is extremely important. It's an update on Modus that has been busted by Rajasthan police. Priyank Tripathi joining us on the phone line for more on this. Priyank, can you explain to us the modus operandi here and what exactly was going on?
Sina, there are two modules which have been busted by Indian agencies. First one is from the state of Uttar Pradesh in Ghaziabad, where 21 individuals have been arrested. The second one is from Rajasthan, which is a follow-up of the investigation which was started by them back then in the month of January 2026. Which has led to arrest of an Indian Air Force officer who was involved in this particular module. But what is very interesting is the kind of money transfer which is being done in several layers. Because these individuals who were working on the behest of the Pakistani ISI were taking money in the account of several other individuals. And after paying a commission of up to 30%, they used to get this particular money. What is also important in the Ghaziabad module, that the Pakistani ISI operatives have told it to them to use SIM cards which were stolen ones, so that these SIM cards could be installed in the CCTV devices, which was doing live streaming of important government installation. Basically, they were trying to know the movement of the Indian Army. If you look at the pattern, post this war which has started in between Israel and Iran, which also include United States, the Pakistani ISI has shown more interest in the kind of movement of the Indian forces. That's why these operatives have been once again told to be very much proactive. That is very worrying thing for the agency, but fortunately, 21 accused have been arrested so far by the Ghaziabad police, and 2 of the accused have been arrested from the state of Rajasthan, which also include one of the IAS officer who was in the Indian Air Force since the year 2021. What agencies have been suspecting that he had been able to provide information for few amount of money to the Pakistani operatives. First of all, he was honey trapped. Then he started sending information from Shillong, Dibrugarh and Guwahati. So everything is under scanner.
All right, Priyank, thank you very much for the moment for joining us with your inputs on the story. We're also getting a reaction from R.K. Nayyar, additional CP Ghaziabad. Listen in.
We've made 18 arrests in the case so far, and we are trying to find out the other linkages of these accused and other persons who could be involved in this. So for that, we are working on the forward and backward linkages.
Used SIMs, stolen SIMs were used for these CCTV cameras at important government installation. What was the purpose of that?
We are yet to, we are working on that, so we will not be able to reveal a lot of details about that. That will impact our investigation that is going on. But yes, the SIMs that were used, the method of procurement of those SIMs, everything is under scanner, and especially the way they used to do it and how they used to supply it, and further how the connection was being made is what we are looking into right now.
Last question about the handler. Was he in touch with all of them with the same name, or different names were used by the handler?
A lot of them were in touch with the handlers directly. We found evidence of direct communication or chats between the person and the accused. The number is significant, in which we found, and also there were indirect contacts also, in which there were references about other persons. So the handler was aware about them, those persons were aware about them. If we've not found direct communication, we found indirect references.